Hello everybody, welcome to the Gold Coast Garden Channel. We are in Zone 5B and we're located in the state of Iowa, better known as the Hawkeye State. Go Hawkeyes, go Hawkeyes. Just kidding. Well, it's been a while since I've done a video, so I want to welcome all my new listeners and welcome back to all my old subscribers, as I would say. But I wanted to start off here right in front of what I call my hydrangea garden. So I do have a couple new shrubs that I wanted to introduce everyone to, and here they are. This is called the Snowball Viburnum, and it's easy to get it mixed up with hydrangea because they bloom these big white round beautiful flowers, and they're starting to bud already, and I am just thrilled. It does say that it blooms in the spring, so here we go. Today's been really warm, and they probably need water because the direct sun has been working on it all day, and actually it gets morning sun and part afternoon, and it might be a little much, but I'm learning and we'll learn together. So I have two. I have one on this side and I have one over here, and again they're called the Eastern or Common Snowball Viburnum, and I did get these on clearance at Lowe's, and I planted them last fall, and I was really happy to see that they made it through the winter. So moving on, these are my hydrangeas, and they're blooming, they're coming out, and they're doing real well, and I'm happy. I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I got 6. These are the I see this one's an Annabelle. These are, let's see what they are. Endless Summer. These are the Endless Summer, and they turn pink. Could be blue if you put in the acidic soil in the soil. It has to have that a special acidic, more or less, granules that you put in the dirt, and it helps them turn different colors, so they can be pink or either blue. But right here are my other two new shrubs that I have this year. These are vanilla strawberry hydrangeas, and they were so beautiful, and it took me a while before I had the courage to put them in the ground, but this past October I decided to go ahead and put them in, and one here and one there, and they bloom these really beautiful panicles that are white, and then they turn like they almost like a snow cone. I can't wait to show you. This is what it looks like in the beginning of the spring, because it is spring fever going on here. And so those are my vanilla strawberry hydrangeas. Yay! So in these pots I have something new, and these round spear looking, those are called let's see, I have them right here, Scotch Moss. This is some type of moss, and I really like it. I think I'm going to transplant into a larger container and put some these are like some type of vine around it. These aren't doing so well, but these are creeping Jenny. So I'll probably go out and purchase some more creeping jennies. They kind of got caught in the middle of that freeze warning we had a couple of weeks ago, and they may come back and they may not. But and here's another Scotch Moss, and I thought it was something different, and I really like them. I really do. I really like those. Pretty spring. And so this is another endless summer hydrangea. It's doing good. And over here, this is the first time I planted these. Aren't these tulips gorgeous? They are beautiful. They have like a yellow tint to them. And this is the first year I planted them. They're doing really well. And here up front are two Annabelles that's been here for quite a long time. So yeah, this is new to my garden. Also, as we move along, I also planted this shrub here. This is a daisy, a really pretty daisies. They'll be white, yellow and white, well, white with yellow center. These are almost like a banana daisy plant, and it did survive also, so I was really happy that it survived. I plan to get more. So moving along to another one of my new shrubs that I added to my garden, and here it is. This is a spirea. This is called a Snowmound Spirea. So eventually it grows probably about here, and it weeps over. As you can see, it weeps over like that. And so it should really be pretty and add some color, which I need, to this area. So I'm really happy. And I bought two of them. I have one here. This one is taller. This one's taller. But like I say, it grows up and it weeps over just like that. Isn't that's going to be gorgeous. Once it weeps over, I'll have two. It'll be so pretty. This past October, we had a derecho storm hit us, and so I had to transplant a few of my shrubs, and this is one that I had to transplant. But I was hoping I think it will make it, but it needs to be trimmed back really bad. But I see some growth in here, so I think it'll be okay once I get all these old shrubs, well, these old stems cut out. So that is something I intended to do, and I just hadn't gotten around to it. Okay, there we go. I'll finish it later, but it's coming back, I believe. It's going to make it. So that's a good thing. I'm really happy about that. Okay. So moving on. Here is my fountain. I was so thrilled, and I wanted to hurry and get the fountain going. So I did clean the fountain out, and I also planted these daffodils this past fall also. And they came out really, really gorgeous. They are stunning, and it gives it a different look, and I really like them. So I did add those in. They are perennial, so they'll come back next year also. And I added these hyacinths to give it a little pop of color. I actually copied another perennial, which is new to me, and let's see if I have it. It is so pretty. I don't have the name right now, but I have more of these further down, so we'll find out. But I kind of mimic the color. This is a perennial, and it will come back every year. It has that pink and yellow floral look, and it is gorgeous. I really love them, and they look so good with the hyacinths and the daffodils. I thought that looked really, really nice. So I repeated the same colors over on the other side over here. Yes, I did. So they kind of was in that cold snap, and I think they're gonna come back. I think it's gonna make it. I'm not sure, but here's another pink hyacinths. They're kind of drooping a little bit because they're like tulips. They do not last. They bloom in the spring, and then the foliage you cut back for next year. They'll bloom again next year. And here I planted more tulips. These came out so gorgeous. They've been in bloom for quite a while. They survived that cold snap we had. They're doing pretty good. So I wanted to see how they would do in this area. But they're doing pretty doggone good. And so I'm so happy. And I think next year I'm going to put more tulips in this area, because back here I have lilies, and they've been here a long time. So I wanted some color, and so I did add those. But these are my favorite. Look at that. If you zoom in, look at that tulip. Isn't that beautiful? I believe it's called a Dutch tulip. I like the different variations of color. It's like an ombre pink with a little bit of white, and they came out so beautiful. I love them. Right here, the Dutch tulip. Today my husband bought me this beautiful bouquet of cut flowers today. Aren't they beautiful? I just love the pink roses. They are so pretty, and it really puts you in the mind frame of spring. How about that? Isn't that lovely? I love them. Okay, and over here I set my table. I moved my table out here so I can sit here and enjoy my fountain, listening to the serene sound of water. Is so relaxing for me. I really, really enjoy it. And so I put some pansies in here with some dusty millers, and they're doing beautiful. They're doing great. Just to add a little spring, give me that spring look that I'm going for. I just love my pansies now and my dusty millers. And this is a nice area. I can also sit out here and have lunch. I can have dinner. In fact, we were going to have dinner out here this evening. So there's something else I wanted to show you all. So just come and follow me. And while I'm going out here, during the quarantine, I've been trying to keep myself busy. I retired this past October, so I've been exercising on a regular basis, and also I've been following on a YouTube channel the Daisy Keach. So if you want to know what that is, check it out. It's called Daisy Keach exercise, and it's good for your frame. I'll just leave it at that. So here is my lady here from the well. She's doing real well. I threw in some beautiful annuals to give it a little color over here, and those are dianthus to be exact. They're pink and white dianthus, so there you go. And my jasmine trees are starting to bloom. Isn't that beautiful? It's so delicate. It has a little hint of pink, and then they bloom a really pretty, ooh, they smell, oh, heavenly. Okay, as I was saying, we took a pause, but as I was saying earlier, during the quarantine, I've been keeping busy, like I was saying, exercising, eating better, healthier diet, and also I've been working on my potting shed. And this is my potting shed. Welcome to my new potting shed. This is my happy place. This is where I can go in the morning, have coffee, and get my work done, rake, whatever I have to do, because I have a lot of cleanup still to do. But I wanted to, my sister asked me to show her what kind of rain chain I purchased. I got this rain chain from Amazon, and it is so pretty. It looks like tulips, the design of tulips. So when the rain hits it, I haven't installed it yet because it's going to have to be on the outside, so when the rain comes down, you'll hear that little trickle noise, the rain. And I can stand under here, because this is corrugated, and not get wet. But this is my rain chain, Janice. And up here I have one of my seedlings. This is my yellow and white daisies. And I started it from seed, and it's doing really well. Just needs to be out here in the air. And all of my plants that I grew in the house, I bought out here today, because today is such a nice day. I wanted my plants to acclimate, if you will, to the temperatures and everything. Guess what these are? Aren't those just looking really well? These are my dahlias. I have I planted 3 plants, bulbs, and these are my dahlias. It says it right over here. See, I wrote it down. This is dahlias. Now let me show you what they're gonna look like. They should all come out looking like that with the big blooms. That's gonna be gorgeous. And I will be putting the dahlias out there in my garden bed. Uh-oh, my papers are blowing. Just a minute. I gotta pause for a second. Let me get it's so windy out here today. There. Okay. Getting back on track. Those were my dahlias. And also here is my ranunculus. And these are purple, but I do have different color ones also. I grew these from in the house, in the window. They need to get stronger. The stems, they need to get stronger, so I'm gonna leave them under here so that they can acclimate to the weather and get stronger before I plant them also out there in the flower bed. So I got the ranunculus. I have more daisies. These are daisies. And I'm going to put those out in different places. And here's some more of my seedlings. I grew these from seeds. These are called Blue Bay. And they grow out in like a bushel of just clusters of blue flowers. I can't wait to see them. But they're getting kind of wimpy, and they need to be out here in the air so that they can get stronger. And also I have hollyhocks here, and here, two hollyhocks. Here's one, and here's one. And this is that Burpee lettuce. And I did plant some out in the garden. I just wanted to see what it looks like. This is ready to be eaten, I tell you. It's really, really did well in the house. I have more ranunculus here, multicolored ranunculus, and just a few, these are zinnias. And I'll put these out there in the garden as well. So I had all of these plants, seedlings and stuff in the house, and I had to bring them out so that what I need next is a greenhouse. If I'm doing really well with seeds, I'm doing better and learning more, and they're coming out really, really nice. Here's more daisies. It says right here, white daisies. And these are the little stickers I put in there because I'll forget and it'll remind me of what I have. So that's that. And then here's dianthus and more dusty millers. And let's see. These are the hollyhocks. That's what they're going to look like. And I kind of wanted to, here's the tulips that I planted also. Here's a picture of them, and they're out there. We saw those already. But those really, really gorgeous tulips. Here's the white tulip. There's the pink. Let's see. Yeah. And also I wanted to show you all what kind of potting mix I used this year. This is something new. I did order this from Amazon, and it's called the Next Gardner. It's organic seed starting potting mix, and it has performed very well, and I'm going to order some more next year for sure. I'm definitely going to order more because it did a good job. And these are my onions. Let's see, peach tree onions, potatoes. I want to get those. Let's see. And chives and strawberries. This is coming up next. And here are the daffodils that I planted. We saw planted over by the fountain. They're really pretty. I like those. So I keep these so I'll know what I got and where I got them. So if I want to get more, I'll know. Uh-oh, what was that? Here, let me go get it. It's so windy out here today. Windy, windy, windy. But here's the daisies that I planted, that I was showing you. Here's the daisies. And this is that blue bay, the cluster of flowers I was telling you about. So those are those. Now I'm going to put these up before the wind blows them again. Okay, let's see, put those there. And this is my peach. Okay, so let's move on to my rain barrel. Oh, here it is, right here. I was looking for that. This is another one of the tulip that I planted over there earlier that I was showing you, and it's called the Foxtrot. And this is my favorite. I love these. I'm gonna get more next year. So I'm gonna put that in there. Okay. Now I planted this tree yesterday. Oh yeah, let me get back over here. This is my rain barrel. Today I bought it out, and it was kind of turning faded coloring. So I kind of whitewashed it to give it that terracotta look. But I will be incorporating that rain barrel over here so I can water my flowers on when I'm on this side, instead of going all the way back to the house to grab the hose and all that. I don't have enough plants to start doing the drip tubing yet, but I do plan to once I get established. So for now, I'll use my rain barrel until I get my water system in. So let's move over here. This is my new tree that I just planted. This is a peach tree, and it's called Bounty Peach. This was the paper that came on it, and so the good thing about this tree is that it doesn't need, you don't have to have another peach tree to cross pollinate. That's it. Thank you, dear. Pollinate. It will pollinate on its own, and that's a good thing. So I don't have to have it. But I do plan to plant more trees, just different kinds, just to bring color to this side of the house, because that's what we need over here. We need color. So this, in the spring, will bloom these gorgeous pink blooms. Almost, I thought it was a cherry tree because it had the pink blooms like a cherry tree, but it was very, very pretty. So I'm really happy about my tree. So moving over here, I decided to get a jump start, and so I got these planters. I also got these from Amazon, and you just put them together yourself, and they're easy. And I just put in my compost, my topsoil, and also a fertilizer, and mixed it all up really good. And what I did plant in this one, I planted chives, and they'll look like this. Now I'm liking the chives, and I plan to get more and maybe use these as a border, like some like a border around the flower garden. I think that'll really clean it up and make it look nice, and I love chives. So I got chives, I have red potatoes, and onions in this one. And I did kind of put in some zinnias to kind of make it look like it's just flowers in here, and hopefully my onions and potatoes won't get eaten up before I can get to them. But in the center pot here is where I planted strawberries. These should be very good. They look really good. Here's a picture of what the strawberries look like. So I'm really anxious to get those growing. And what I plan to do is use this trellis so that the strawberries will have something to climb on instead of weeping over the pot. Some probably will, but that's always good to have. And over here, I repeated the same thing, but I put lettuce, peas, 3 different kinds of peas, and these are the peas that climb up, and I don't know what they're called, but I planted peas, and let's see, what else did I put in there? Peas and more chives. I know I put chives in there. So there you go. So this is something new. I've been giving me a lot to do, and I can experiment and see what does well here and what doesn't. So I plan to, all the plants, flowers that I grew in the house, I'm going to incorporate out here, the hollyhocks, the dahlias, and all of that. I did put these in this year. These are called columbine, pink and white columbine, and it's a perennial. These are perennials, and they bloom throughout the season. They're very pretty. They're very pretty. A lot of the blooms are gone, but they were just full of blooms. And I like the way the blooms are. They have the pink and the white with the yellow. Those are so pretty. Columbines. And they're perennials, and they will come back next year, which is a good thing. And I have a lot of lilies, and I'm not sure what this is, but this might be the gladiator bulbs. I forgot. There's another name for the gladiators, but they're purple. I planted those last year. Well, we planted those last year. But that's pretty much it for now. And we will be doing a video coming up real soon on the progress of the garden. And also I'm going to do another home tour, because last year we had that derecho storm, and I kind of want to give my viewers an update on the progress that we've made. We sustained a lot of damage from that storm, but we have come back with a vengeance, and it's looking really well. We're doing good. So I'm really happy to report that to you. So I will be doing a tour of the progress of the construction that's completed and plans that we're going to make. So you want to stay tuned. So if you're a new viewer, don't forget to subscribe. Click that notification button so you don't miss any videos. And I also want to do a home tour of my sister's house. So I will be traveling home. This is not where I grew up. This is where my husband grew up. This is his hometown. And we'll be going to my hometown, and I will be doing a home video of my sister's beautiful Victorian house also. So with that being said, be safe, stay busy. How's your garden doing? And I will see you in the next video. Bye.